the road no more. If it curve, I let it curve, I don't force the strain no more. Used to grip the wheel tight, duck was white, now I breathe, let the spirit drive right. Energy don't lie, I can feel when it's off. Like tires on a highway, slight pull to the left. If it drag, if it's scrape, if it cost me my peace, that ain't friction from growth, that's a sign of release. If it fit, it flow. If it's forced, let it go. I ain't fighting gravity, I'm aligning naturally, Alignment, body, mind, environment. When it's right, no sirens, just silence. Alignment, people move in timing. No chasing, no criming. I don't bake seats, set tables, I build. I don't twist my truth just to soften the bill. If the vibe feel weird, that's that I don't override spirit, feel later. Car out of line, feel it in the ride. Steering wheel shaking every time you slide. That's how life feel when you're out of sync. Burning more gas than you think. The alignment ain't dramatic, it's so automatic. Stop gripping what don't fit. Suddenly you legit. It's not about perfection, it's about direction. It's not about control, it's about correction. Alignment, body, mind, and moment. When it's right, no sirens, just silence. Alignment, people move in timing. No chasing, no we rising. Football control. Assignment. Fine life, fine life, fine life, final hood, final hood, final hood, final hood.
Steps off, baby. This ain't just a vibe, it's a sanctuary. You just walked into the Love Palace. Welcome to a daily dose of D. Wrap yourself in satin, truth. This love ain't rushed, it's velvet smooth. Silk on your spirit, rose in your mouth. Let me show you what healing's really about. Ooh, she don't play with pleasure, nah. Only pours it where it's earned. Let it burn slow. A daily dose of D. Let the love run deep and free. One touch and you'll believe. She's the calm, she's the heat, she's the peace you need. Here in the Love Palace, where even broken ships sail smooth. Anchor down, baby, daily dose of D. Your your prescription to feel seen. No refills, just show up and receive. Let your ships drift into healing seas. We don't chase waves, we ride them. She don't beg, she just glows.
Sometimes life be loud enough to drown out your own heartbeat. But alignment is when the noise bows down and your truth stands straight up. Alignment is when your soul sits in the front row of your life instead of getting dragged behind your choices. It's when your spirit ain't running on flats. Your emotions ain't fishtailing, and your purpose ain't riding with the check engine light on. Welcome to the Love Palace, baby, where we don't just live life, we live life lined up. Welcome to Daily Dose of D. Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you are watching Daily Dose of D. I am your host, Goddess Thea Love. How's everyone doing out there today? I hope you have been enjoying your week. It's already the middle of the week. It's already Wednesday. Some call it hump day, some call it wind down Wednesday. But we're going to call it here at Daily Dose of D. Today we are calling it Be Wise Wednesday because we're going to be wise today. Okay? So with that being said, the word of the day. Y'all ready for the word of the day? Y'all should have known what it was by that song, right? The word of the day is alignment, right? So alignment, sorry guys, sorry. 1 second. So sorry about that, guys. The word of the day is alignment, arrangement in a straight line or in correct or appropriate relative position. And let's not forget our quote of the day, okay? Let's get that up for you. The quote of the day today is, when you find that your life is out of alignment with your grandest ideal of yourself, seek to change it. Let me say that quote again. When you find that your life is out of alignment with your grandest ideal of yourself, seek to change it. Ooh, I like that one. Don't y'all like that one? So let's go ahead and get into our discussion. Our title is, are you in alignment with your mind, spirit, and life? So we're diving into a concept that acts as the invisible compass of our existence, and that's alignment. We often hear people say that they are out of alignment when life feels heavy, or perfectly aligned when everything seems to flow. But what does that actually mean from a foundational level? Alignment at its core means to set things in a straight line, different between parts into harmony, so they move as one. The word comes from the French aligner, meaning to arrange and align, and the root of the word goes back to Latin, linea, a straight thread, a guiding line, the thing that everything else must follow. Alignment is the moment when your thoughts, your actions, your values, and your purpose all face the same direction. It's not about perfection. It's about coherence. It's about not fighting yourself. So think about it. The last time you drove a car that was out of alignment, you were gripping that steering wheel, even though you were trying to go straight. I didn't have this happen before, y'all. The car keeps pulling violently to the left or the right, and you're fighting the vehicle just to stay on the road. That's exactly what happens in life. When a person is out of alignment, they are fighting themselves. You might have a job that pays well. That means the car is moving. But if it violates your core values, your internal tires are wearing down unevenly. Eventually, that friction leads to blowouts, burnouts, anxiety, or even a midlife crisis. But when them wheels are aligned, oh yeah, it's smooth, it's centered, it's efficient. My favorite car is a Cadillac. So if I'm cruising in my Cadillac and it's aligned well, woo, that's a nice ride. Life works exactly the same way. When you're misaligned, you drift into anxiety, confusion, overthinking, or relationships that scratch your pain. Your energy gets wasted because you're fighting internal resistance. But when you're aligned, baby, that ride is smooth. You glide, you move with intention, you conserve emotional gas. And your journey actually takes you where you said you wanted to go. So this is why people like Oprah Winfrey and Steve Jobs moved with such clarity. Not because they knew everything, but because they knew themselves enough to follow the internal line. So, what does alignment mean in yourself, in a person? Personal alignment means you're behaving in ways consistent with your values, you're displaying your purpose in motion, and living from your truth, not your trauma or your fear or your pressure or the pressure of the world. It means your inside world and your outside world match. Okay? So, some of the key aspects of a personal alignment is being the same person in private as you are in public. Let me say this again. The key aspect of personal alignment is being the same person in private as you are in public. In public. That's integrity. I was about to say put integrity and public together. About to make up a word for us, y'all. Acting according to your moral compass and flow, a lack of internal resistance. When you are aligned, you aren't pulling against your own soul anymore. You are simply moving forward with ease. So, some key things that are included in this alignment is your decisions reflect your values. The habits that you have are going to support your goals. And your emotions Oh, yeah, that's a good one. They're going to match with your intention, and your lifestyle reflects your purpose. Okay? So, this is where you stop living accidentally and start living on purpose. All right. All right, family. Grab your drink, your tea, your water. Check your vibes. Go ahead and adjust your crown, kings and queens, because we're going to pay this imaginary love past bills real quick. So don't go far. I'm going to come right back right after these messages.
I know it's a word that can be used a lot of different ways, so I'll share with you what I consider to be alignment. My definition of it is the dynamic process of embodying truth in every aspect of our lives. It's really hard to define alignment without using the word align. I'm just going to tell you. I tried. The dynamic process of embodying truth in every aspect of our lives. And when I mean truth, I'm talking about our truth in this case. Like the truth of who we really are, what we really want, what we want to create in the world, what makes us feel good. And I actually have a handy-dandy metaphor or analogy. I'm not really sure. I always get confused. It's a star. It's like, a 5-pointed star, like the kind you draw, like that. You know what I'm talking about? You got a point up here, you got 2 points out there, you got 2 points down here. So we got this star. And by the way, this is a mixed metaphor because there's also the kind of star that's in the sky, in the universe, that kind of star, right?
Georgia, Georgia.
Yeah, just pull up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D and Kel's on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. Listen to friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, stripped bare. Got a steed, got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen Clothes hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Ships, we talk it, we walk it. No filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal. All them ties, all those vibes, we ain't letting them drown. We lift ships up, never tear them down. With
Situationships with benefits and
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you got a chance to tune in last night to the episode of The Ships. We talked about family reunion, and I hope you enjoyed it if you was there. And if you didn't get a chance to go to watch that, go ahead and run that back. It was a very good show and good Q&A. We got different opinions and different prospects at the different opinions at the Q&A. So go ahead and run that back. And don't forget that the ships are back every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by the live Q&A around 8:30, 8:35. Okay? So I hope you topped off your energy and tighten your spiritual seatbelt, okay? Because we're going to keep this flowing about alignment. I'm going to talk about the 4 pillars of alignment, okay? Y'all ready? That first pillar is all about the mental. Like BBD says, don't be saying that it's mental. No, it's all about the mental. Mental alignment. That is when your mindset matches your mission. You're not thinking thoughts that contradict what you want. People like Nelson Mandela embodied this. He mentally aligned with his purpose long before the world caught up. Mental alignment is clarity, focus, and the ability to call your mind back when it wanders into fear. Okay. So now, family, we have that one that, whew, sometimes it's even hard for me. It's the emotional alignment. This was when your heart isn't fighting your head. You honor your emotions, but you don't let them drive the car. Emotional alignment means becoming aware of your triggers, slowing down your actions, and choosing responses that support your peace. Okay? Then we have behavioral alignment. Oh boy. This is where your actions match your intentions. When you say you want love, but you align with people who can't offer it, that doesn't work. You say you want peace, but you entertain chaos, that's not aligned. Behavioral alignment is when your choices stop betraying your desires. So look at Serena Williams. Every behavior she embodied pointed toward excellence. Her grind matched her goal. Now, this fourth pillar, this is the purpose alignment. See, there's a difference. This is a purpose alignment, okay? This is the engine of your destiny. When you align with purpose, you stop chasing approval and start chasing meaning, You feel pulled instead of pushed. You feel guided instead of confused. This self pillar is the foundation. It's about your physical health, mental clarity, and self care. If you aren't sleeping or honoring your body, the other pillars will eventually lean and then they're going to collapse. Okay? You have the career pillar, and this involves your contribution to society. It's not just about a payback, but whether your daily labor reflects your talents and interests. The relationship pillar focuses on the people you surround yourself with. Ask yourself, are your connections life-giving, or do they force you to pretend to be someone else? Finally, you have the world pillar, right? It's your impact on the greater community. This is where your personal alignment meets a cause larger than yourself, providing a sense of legacy and contribution. So hold on, family. The Love Palace got to slide to another quick break. So go ahead and stretch your legs, sip on something, smoke on something, or just vibe high. I'll be right with you right after these messages.
The four pillars of a balanced life: social, physical, mental, and spiritual. When we pay close attention to each of these areas and nurture them, we create a solid foundation for a life well lived. Balance isn't about perfection. It's about making intentional choices every day to care for all parts of our lives. It's about knowing when to push harder, knowing when to rest. It's about surrounding yourself with the right people, feeding your mind with positivity, taking care of your body, and connecting with your spirit.
gentle start, body butter.
It's a secret. Coming soon. Stay tuned.
Every drop, every sin.
We are creating something wonderful. Stay tuned. It's a secret.
Every night, every way, if your spirit rises.
And we're back like we never left. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that promo by Shamaka Essentials and Holistic Royalties by Kel? They are brewing up something for y'all. But in the meantime, while that new product that they're getting ready to get ready for y'all is out, you can still go to www.com, Shamaka Essentials, and still check out all the different things that are there. Oh, I can't wait to see what this new product is going to be. Like I said, you could go to www.shamakaessentials.com. You can reach Holistic Royalty by Kels on TikTok and IGDM. And if you don't have any social media, you can email holisticroyaltybykels@gmail.com and we'll get whatever you want. I'm so excited to see what they got brewing. So let's go on and get into this conversation. We're going to take it a little bit deeper. Now we're going to talk about soul purpose. And the spiritual alignment. Y'all ready? So when we talk about soul purpose alignment, we are talking about the why behind your you. Who? Excuse me. Soul purpose alignment is the moment when your inner truth steps forward and your outer life catches up. It's that deep knowing that you're walking the path your soul chose long before you were born. It's your purpose. You feel pulled inside a push. Instead of chasing validation, you move toward meaning. It's the moment you recognize that everything you survived, every heartbreak, every delay, every detour was shaping you for the assignment your spirit has always held. Soul alignment feels like breathing for the first time after being underwater. It's recognition, it's remembrance, and baby, it's just home. So let's talk about that spiritual alignment, okay? Spiritual alignment is the connection between your individual conscience and the universe or divine energy. Spiritual alignment means being a vessel for your highest truth. It isn't just about a religious practice. I want to make this clear. It's not just about a religious practice, okay? It's about the law of alignment, which suggests that like attracts like. If your internal frequency is tuned to space and authenticity, you're going to naturally attract circumstances that reflect just that. Spiritual alignment is the harmony between your human self and your higher self. It's when your intentions, your actions, your energy all move in the same direction. You stop living from impulse and start living from insight. You feel connected to something greater, whether you call it God, source, spirit, the universe, or simply the deepest version of yourself. Let me say that. You stop living from impulse and start living from insight. And you're connected to something greater, whether you call it God, source, spirit, the universe, or simply the deepest version of yourself. When your spirituality aligns, your life begins to feel guided. You're not forcing doors open. They open because they recognize your frequency. Your peace becomes stronger than that panic. Your purpose becomes louder than your pressure. Spiritual alignment means stepping into your truth with calm and clarity. It means trusting the timing, understanding the lessons, and moving with a sense of divine cooperation instead of the human fear. Your spirit stops arguing with your spirit stops arguing with reality because it finally understands the assignment. We say that often. Do you understand your assignment? And once you reach that place, you realize alignment is a destination. It's a daily practice of choosing what feeds your soul instead of what feeds your ego. Mhm. When a person is spiritually aligned, there's certain signs you begin to show up. They come up like little reminders from the universe. So you may notice constant sense of inner peace. Not because your life is perfect, but because your foundation is stronger. You begin to track opportunities that make sense for who you are becoming rather than who you used to be. You're more authentic without even trying. Your truth finally stands on its own two legs. You start forcing connections or chasing people who were never meant to stay. And you experience synchronicities, numbers, timing, moments that confirm that you're on the right path. Achieving the spiritual alignment is a gradual unfolding. It just don't come and pop into you and you be like, I'm all aligned. No, it's gradual. It's nurtured through quiet moments, through meditation, through prayer, through journaling, your truth without judgment, and through time alone, when you're listening to your own wisdom. It's built through honesty, the kind where you admit you're wounded, that you need to be healed, that you're stuck and where you're outgrown certain versions of yourself. Alignment comes from surrounding yourself with people who support your evolution, not your stagnation. Let me say this again. Alignment comes from surrounding yourself with people who are going to help you evolve, not help you stay stagnant. It comes from choosing experiences that lift your vibration instead of draining your spirit. Alignment is never about perfection. Let's make this clear. It's not about being perfect. It's about staying close to the voice inside you that knows the way. All right, Love Palace family. Hold up real quick. Quick. We're going to pay these imaginary bills again, okay? So go ahead and take another deep breath, get your water stretched, and let this truth settle in that I just gave you about spiritual alignment. And I'll be right back right after these messages.
If you feel exhausted, blocked, or like you're doing everything but getting nowhere, this is why. You're not unlucky, you're misaligned. Spiritual alignment is what separates the powerful from the perpetually stuck. Alignment is the state where every part of you is pointing in the same direction of your unique soul purpose. It's when your body, mind, words, heart, emotions, nervous system, shadow, desires, will, actions, relationships, lifestyle, and environment are all moving in harmony. There's no internal conflict, no internal war, no self-sabotage. Imagine a disco ball that scatters light everywhere. It's bleeding energy in 50-11 directions, so no real power. But a laser concentrates all light into one beam and cuts through steel. Alignment is like a laser focus of your entire being. Spiritual alignment exists on a continuum, so don't worry about fluctuations or being in 100% of alignment 100% of the time. The goal is to be in full alignment as often as possible and to recalibrate as needed. Also, spiritual alignment is personalized. It's different for every person, and there is no universal morality code or rule book for how it's supposed to look in real time. This is because everyone's values, truth, will, and purpose are different. Being in spiritual alignment also does not mean being aligned or unified with others. It's about all unique parts of your unique self being in harmony with your unique soul mission. If this clarifies something, share this with someone who's doing the most but getting the least. And stay tuned for an upcoming video about ways to get into spiritual alignment.
Welcome to the space where worlds become portals and their soul remembers. I am Alicia Young, and this is
like truth, breathe like mist. I carry lifetimes in these hips and prayers inside my wrist. They said I'm too much, too wild, too free, but baby, I was never meant to be. Quiet, tame, contained, I am so untamed. Ooh.
Magic
in my skin, healing while you hold me.
Your soul already knows.
Say my name.
The cards are just catching you up.
Hey, welcome back, Love Palace family. Make sure you tap into Alicia Dion. She's been dropping the music for your soul, okay? Go ahead and tap in. And if you need any type of jingle, intro, or anything, she can help you out with that as well. She is Daily Dose of D, the COC producer, okay, that does all the beautiful songs that you hear. So if you need anything like that, go ahead and reach out to Alicia Dion, and she'll be back with Daily Spark soon as well, okay? So my beautiful Love Palace family, y'all okay? We're going to slide into the deeper layers of alignment. I'm going to talk about the 3 steps of alignment, and then we're going to get into that. I know y'all don't want to, because y'all don't like to get into them emotions, but we're going to get into emotional alignment, okay? So, there's, like I said, 3 steps of alignment. So this first step, right? The first step is awareness. The moment you recognize something is off, you're not feeling right. Something don't feel that right. Have you ever felt that way? I'm like, something just don't feel right. It's the internal nudge that says, that ain't me, or this isn't where I belong. Awareness is the flashlight that reveals the corners of your life you've been ignoring. Shining the light on them, shining the light on them. It's the honesty that shows you the habits that drain you, the relationships that stunt you, or the thoughts that sabotage you. Awareness. The good thing about awareness, it don't judge. It simply exposes. And once everything is exposed, you finally have to deal with it. You feel me? Now, the second step, this is the adjustment. The step most people fear because this connection, this part of the alignment requires courage. Adjustment is when you shift your behavior, your environment, or your mindset to match you now. It's when you stop lying to yourself and start editing your life. Maybe you walk away from a relationship that no longer supports your growth. Maybe you create boundaries that keep your peace intact. Or maybe you decide to stop negotiating with your worth. Adjustment is the point where your life starts to feel less chaotic and more intentional because you finally steering the wheel instead of letting the world drive you. Now, this third one, this one's going to be about the movement. This one's going to be about action. The step that transforms everything. Action is where the alignment becomes real. It's when you consistently practice the new habits, maintain those new boundaries, and follow through on the promises you made to yourself. You see, action builds momentum. It creates evidence that you're becoming the person you said you wanted to be. Alignment becomes natural when your actions stop contradicting your desires. Let me say that again to you. Alignment. That alignment, it becomes natural when your actions stop contradiction your desire. All right. I know y'all don't want to talk about them emotions, but you know Goddess D always talks about emotions, don't I? Because being emotionally aligned is a deep personal discipline. It begins with allowing yourself to feel without drowning in the feeling. Emotional alignment doesn't mean you never get upset. It doesn't mean you don't get triggered. It doesn't mean you don't get overwhelmed, but it means you understand your emotional landscape well enough to navigate it without self-destruction. You learn how to pause before reacting, reflecting before you speak, breathe before spiraling out. Emotional alignment is when your emotions inform you but no longer control you. You see the difference there? The emotional alignment is when your emotions, they're going to inform you instead of them controlling you. It's when your peace becomes your baseline instead of a temporary relief. When you reach emotional alignment, you don't match energy, you manage it. Emotional alignment is a huge part of this process. It requires you stop suppressing your feelings. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to get mad. I don't want to cry. I don't want to be happy because sometimes you even suppress that too. Because suppressing feelings, those are emotions. And you start listening to them as death. If a situation makes you feel heavy or off, that's your emotional alignment system telling you that you're drifting out of your lane. This affects your relationships profoundly. When you are aligned, you stop looking for others to complete you and instead look for partners who complement your path. Okay? Now, see, When we talk about alignment, there is the law of alignment. Okay? So we're talking about a universal principle that says your inner world sets the tone of your outer world. Your thoughts, emotions, your habits, and yes, your healing too, determines what you attract, who you attract, and how long they stay. Alignment is, listen to this, it's just like a car, an energetic GPS. And whether you realize it or not, your relationships are reading your internal coordinates every single day. Let me say that again. Alignment is your genetic GPS. And whether you want to realize it or not, all your ships, all your relationships are reading your internal conductor coordinates. Sorry, I'm thinking about the ship coordinates every single day. See, relationships don't fall apart because of the lack of love. Come on, did y'all hear that? Let me say it. Let me get close. Relationships don't fall apart because of the lack of love. Most fall apart because the alignment got interrupted. Hold on. What, D? Yes, they don't fall apart because there's a lack of love. It's because the alignment got interrupted. And this is what happened. When you're aligned with yourself, you move different. You speak different. You give and receive different. And anybody who's not in alignment with your frequency, your vibration, they're either rise up or fall back or fade out. Because alignment is the quiet truth that shows up loud. Think about it. Let's take a moment to think about it. When you're emotionally aligned, you don't chase clarity because you already have it. When you're spiritually aligned, you don't cling to people, you connect. And when you're purpose aligned, you don't waste time. You recognize who's an addition and who's a distraction. Alignment can affect how you communicate. Well, duh, right? Because when your mind, emotions, and intentions are aligned, your communication becomes clearer, honest, and grounded. You're not talking from wounds, fears, or assumptions. You're speaking from truth. You listen with presence, not defensiveness. You respond rather than react. The whole emotional temperature of the relationship changes because your internal thermostat is balanced. Alignment determines who you choose and why. When you're aligned, you stop being attracted to dysfunction. You're not even attracted to that. I know that's how it worked with me. I was like, man, I'm not attracted to dysfunction, chaos, or inconsistency. You start recognizing patterns you used to call your type. Your type. An aligned person chooses from intention, not emptiness. They see beyond the chemistry and pay attention to character. They stop bonding over trauma and start connecting over vision. They don't fall for potential. They honor pattern. Alignment shapes the energy you contribute. Every single relationship, every ship is an energy exchange. And your alignment determines whether you show up with nourishment or noise. An emotional, misaligned person brings confusion, projection, and instability. Excuse me. But an aligned person brings peace, clarity, patience, and authenticity. You stop making people responsible for your healing. You stop bleeding on people who didn't even cut you. And you show up as a partner, not a project. Let me say this again to you. When you are aligned with energy, you stop making people responsible to heal you. You stop bleeding on the people that didn't even have the knife in their hand to cut you. And you show up as a partner or someone, a companion, instead of a fixed person or a project or something that needs to be done. Alignment reveals who's meant to stay. Relationships struggle. Don't get me wrong. They struggle when one person grows and the other person stays the same. Alignment naturally highlights mismatch. When you start elevating your energy, your standards start to shift. What used to entertain you won't even get your attention. And that's not loss, that's clarity. People aligned with your purpose will celebrate your evolution, not compete with it. They will match your effort, not minimize it. And they will speak your growth language without you having to translate it. Alignment doesn't break relationships. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Alignment doesn't break relationships. It exposes truths. And once you see truths, you can't unsee it. You can't, people. Look at Michelle Obama, who has spoken out about alignment and partnership. How she and Barack had to grow individually so they could grow together. That's alignment. Or look at the great artist, late Nipsey Hussle, whose assignment with purpose shaped not just his art, but his relationship foundation. Even people in our own lives, the aunties, the uncles, the mentors, the friends, when they found alignment, their relationships became more honest, more peaceful, and more intentional. And don't get it twisted, family. Don't get it twisted. Even breakups can be aligned. Sometimes the universe will let a relationship expire because you're rising into a version of yourself that the old connection can't hold. Let me say this again. Y'all ready? Even breakups can have alignment. Even them breakups that hurt your heart and have you all in them feelings and you don't want to feel some type of way can have alignment, because the universe will let a relationship go ahead and end before you rise into a version of yourself that the old connection doesn't hold anymore. That's not failure. That's alignment doing its job. Alignment is sacred. And when you honor it, your relationships stop draining you and start defining you. All right. Hold that thought. Hold that energy. I need to sip me some water and align real quick. We're going to slide into this Love Palace Daily Dose of D break. Don't go anywhere. Breathe, blink, stretch, do whatever you got to do. I'll be right back after this message. I'm going to wrap this all up.
Here's how you know you're emotionally aligned, even when your life feels messy. Alignment doesn't mean that you have it all figured out or that life suddenly feels calm and put together. It actually shows up in smaller, more subtle ways, like not second guessing yourself as much, not constantly replaying those conversations in your mind, and noticing that your yeses and your nos feel more clear and easier to express. You'll still have moments of uncertainty, but the difference is you're not fighting against yourself the whole time. There's less internal arguing and forcing. Things can be uncomfortable and still feel right at the same time. That's emotional clarity, not always being right and not always being sure. It's simply having less inner resistance to what you feel and what you choose.
She don't rush when she step in. She don't rush when she step in. She let the room lean in. Roots deep, yeah, she grounded. Still fly when she move with them. Plants on the altar, smoke in the air. She been healing while she right here. She don't chase what's ready. She aligned and it appear. No, why? Heart, mind, right, body, body, loose spirit, talk when she move. Holistic royalty by cows. She don't say much, you can't tell. Holistic royalty, she move well. Mind, body, spirit, all in sync, she well. Holistic royalty by cows. She don't say much, you can't tell.
Welcome back, Love Palace family. Welcome back. I hope y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You know who can help you get some alignment in your life? Holistic Royalty by Hills. She has that meditation on Monday. And then on Friday, she helps align your body with that bed yoga and meditation. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Holistic Royalty by Kels, because she definitely is going to help you get in line. So we're going to wrap this up and get back in the flow of this alignment conversation, because I know somebody's whole 2026 is staring them right in the face right now. Let's keep this going. I'm going to let you go. I know I'm keeping you here, but I wanted to really talk about this today. So we're going to talk about, double back a little bit and go into a deeper depth of the soul alignment and the meaning of alignment in life. See, soul alignment is the deepest expression of authenticity a person can experience. It's when your spirit no longer bends to fit into rooms that shrink your conversations, that dim you. Soul alignment is the silent agreement between your higher self and your present self that says, from this moment on, we walk as one. It's when you live guided rather than pressured. When your decisions are driven by truth instead of fear. Soul alignment removes the need to pretend. You begin to honor what you feel, choose what nourishes you, and let go of what keeps you small. It's reclaiming a returning horizon. So alignment in life. Alignment in life is the process of living in harmony with your values, your purposes, and your desire. It means your choices aren't betraying your spirit. It means your lifestyle supports your evolution. Alignment doesn't mean the road is perfect. It doesn't mean it's perfect, but it means the direction is correct. When you are aligned, life feels like a fight and more like a flow. Clarity replaces confusion. Peace replaces pressure. You stop seeking validation. Mhm. You stop seeking validation. Excuse me. Because you're too busy seeking truth. Alignment is the difference between chasing life and attracting. To align yourself, you start by getting quiet enough to hear your own voice. Sometimes I gotta be like, D, just be quiet and listen to your own voice, right? You begin observing which people drain your energy and which people expand your spirit. You adjust your habits so they support the life you want, not what somebody else's want. You honor your boundaries like they're sacred ground. You make choices that reflect your values and not your fears. And you practice self awareness daily, checking in with yourself, asking what feels right, and honoring the answer even if it's not convenient. Did you hear what I said? You practice that self awareness, you check in with yourself, and ask what it feels. And when it gives you the answer, you honor it even though it might not be convenient. You can improve your alignment by consistently returning to yourself. Meditation helps you detach from the noise and reconnect with clarity. Journaling, it helps you track your growth and identify your patterns. Choose environments that support your peace and helps you stay grounded. That's important. That's even on social media. Go in environments that support your peace, that protects your peace and keeps you grounded. Healing your triggers helps you stop repeating the same emotional cycle. Surround yourself again with people who align, sharpens your path. And most importantly, tell yourself the truth. Don't be lying to yourself, even when it stings, because sometimes it's going to sting. Trust me. And that thing, you know what it's going to do? It's going to keep you on the path of authenticity and accountability. Alignment is not something you stumbled into. It's something you cultivate. Every choice, every boundary, every moment of honesty becomes a thread that strengthens your alignment. Over time, you're going to look back and realize your life transformed. Not because of luck, because you finally decided to live your truth. Aligning yourself starts with just a small daily audit. Ask yourself, today, ask yourself, does this choice represent who I actually am? Improving your alignment requires the courage to say no to good things and to good things so you can say yes to the right things. It's going to give you the courage to say no to good things so you can say yes to the right things. It's vital to have alignment because an unlined life is just exhausting. And when you are aligned, you don't just survive the journey, you enjoy the ride.
When it's right, no sirens, just silence. Alignment, I'm forcing no violence. Everything right.
All right, Love Palace family. Let me leave you with these closing words. I know I said a lot today, and I appreciate you for still being here with me. I really do. So let me leave you with this. Alignment is the quiet revolution inside you. It doesn't scream. It doesn't beg. It doesn't fight for attention. It simply waits. It waits for you to stop running from yourself and finally turning inward toward the truth that's been whispering your name since the beginning. Alignment is when your soul stops sending hints and starts sending instruction. It's when clarity walks right in the room and bows in respect. It's when your purpose stretches its shoulders out after years of being cramped inside the version of you that played small to survive. Let me tell you something, Love Palace family. Alignment is when you stop chasing people and start attracting your tribe. When you stop begging for someone to love you and start embodying it. When you stop settling for crumbs because you finally realize you are the feast, period. Alignment is when your energy becomes expensive, your peace becomes non-negotiable, your boundaries become sacred, and your intuition, baby, becomes the loudest voice in the building. And once you unlock that level, whew, the world gotta adjust to you. Your past has to let you go. Your future starts leaning towards you like a flower towards sunlight. Your blessings stop hiding. Your purpose stops waiting. And your life, your real life, begins to unfold like a destiny that finally remembers your name. So may you walk in alignment, talk in alignment, love in alignment, and rise in alignment. May your spirit lead, your heart trust, and mind cooperate, and your path illuminate with every step you take. Because when you are aligned, baby, you just don't move through life. Life moves through you. And that's true Love Palace energy. Always unshaken, unmoved, and unstoppable. I want to thank everybody for coming to Daily Dose of D today. I know I kept y'all a little bit longer today, but I hope you enjoyed this content. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Share this out. It is free 99 to do that. Hit the like button, share it. You know, somebody might need to know about alignment. I don't know. I hope you found this information, very helpful for you all. And now you know what the definition is and the different type of alignment. So I'm not going to keep you long. Peace and love. Thank you for coming to the Love Palace. And I will see you all real soon. Peace and love, and stay aligned. Oh, by the way, if you happen to see Dre Cobbs out in the YouTube streets or in my chat, wish him happy birthday. The network person has a birthday, and that is Dre Cobbs. Go ahead and wish him happy birthday. All right. Peace and love to everyone. And I will see you guys real soon.
Light it slow, let the spirit lavish lights dancing in your eyes. Herbal healing flowing through my veins. Smoke of the ancestors calling my name.
When I started treating myself like God and started loving the God in me and treating myself like I was God, not the most high God, but I am made out of the same things that God is made out of, then people started treating me like that. I believe in my spiritual walk, and I'm not putting this on anybody, that God loves you so much, you are what you say. If you say you're a failure, you're right. If you say you're the most successful and you put in the work, you are too. That's how powerful our words are. So me, loving me was one of the biggest principles in the world. It's funny. I'm serious, y'all, and this is sad. Up until recently, I've been very successful in my company, but I only paid myself 17 times because I was taking care of my whole staff. And when I started paying me like I was supposed to pay me and putting me first, other people started paying my company because I permeated success and opulence, and I took care of myself and started loving the God in me. That principle is so very important.
Back when your heart needs reminding. D is divine, D is daily, D is love, a daily